going to have, we have a half a transmission here, and I want to tell you what we're going to have to do when we put the throw-up bearing on. First thing we're going to do, we have a collar that goes over the input shaft, and it's made to fit, just fit on there. It's a snug fit, so you just put that on there because that's the diameter of the It's a snug fit, as you can see, but it fits on. It's not going to spin around anyway because the throw-up bearing doesn't spin. We have a stud we're putting in here that prevents rotation of the throw-up bearing. Then we have to determine how many shims. The company provides, I don't know, many shims for adjustment. So I think we'll start out with 3 shims to see if we get the correct dimension that we need. We need between 2 3/4 and 2 13/16 from the face of the bell housing to the face of the throw-up bearing. Also want to point out, we provide an adapter. This adapter goes from your flexible line on your clutch on the original throw-up bearing on the throw-out arm on the Mazda Miata. We provide that so that you can connect right into the flexible line that's there. We also give the dimensions for these holes. These holes are 3/4 of an inch, and we just put these in here, and we're going to put this throw-up bearing on. Just want to be sure we're I'm against the spaces. Now the dimension we need before was 2 5/8 to the fingers. Now we need the dimension that we're going to need is 2 3/4 to 2 13/16. Okay, now we have 3 inches. We have to put a couple more shims in to bring it up to what we need. So let's put the shims in. I just put 3 shims in, so we'll try some more shims. Put 2 more shims in. I just want to be sure that it's down flush with the spacers. Now let's see what the dimension is here. We'll need 2 3/4, 2 13/16. Need another, maybe another 2 shims. Let me see. Okay, we're right on 2 13/16, which is perfect. We need between 125 and 200 thousandths on it. So 2 13/16. I don't know how many shims we use. We probably used about 5 or 6 shims. Let me just see what we have here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. How many shims we have? 2, 4, 6, maybe 7 shims. 2, 4, 7 shims I think we have. Let's take it over and see what we have. Should be close to that, but the key is to make sure that the key is to make sure that the collet is all the way back. Seven shims, and that gives us the right clearance. That gives a nice fit. When you do it, just tap it with a plastic hammer. Make sure the shims are flushed up. If they're not flushed up, once you put the pressure on the clutch, they'll push back. And if you have too much clearance, like we didn't put 7 shims in there, we only put 3 shims or 4 shims, it'll push back, and you might have enough throw out for the clutch to disengage. So be sure you pay attention to making sure the shims are tight underneath there, not that they're rattling. You can feel them, and when you tap them like this, you'll know that they're tight. And that should do it. Then you'll be ready to put the clutch, transmission, everything in the car. You're all set. That's it for now, and we'll go on to the next video.